Hello. I somehow managed to keep letting these recordings slip me by. I meant to do one yesterday, but I spent most of yesterday evening working on a commission. And I almost let it happen again today. But I didn't. We're here. It's fine. Everything is fine. Been having strange dreams again. Some that are largely disconnected from reality, and others that feel more like dreams in the waking sense, like something you wish would happen or something you prefer to reality. It seems to be every other night is a waking dream, and every other night is a surreal dream. I'm sort of growing tired of the waking dreams. So I wake up and remember that they haven't happened, and sort of feel sad as it reminds me of many, many mistakes I've made, or things I've come to regret in the wake of more recent regrets. It's funny how that can happen. You can make a bunch of decisions that you don't feel any or hold any animosity towards, right? You don't feel bad. But then one thing can happen and suddenly half the decisions you've ever made don't hold their ground anymore against your own scrutiny, even though you're the one who made them and were okay with them in the first place. I am quite tired right now. It's a very rough day at work. I wasn't as late as I have been, but my co-workers and managers were very, very eager to get me into the building because more than half, usually we have like 10 people to work with to deal with the daily tasks, but today there was only 4 or 5 of us, and among all those I was the only able-bodied one who could cover multiple missing people's tasks. I did as much as I could. I didn't take any breaks save for my lunch break, and it's left me quite tired. I'm really hoping it won't take me out of commission, because there have been other times that I've had to cover for half of a missing team, and almost every time I've been unable to come into work the next day. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because I don't think it's going to get any better over there. Getting sort of upset at myself for my, lack of progress. Like last summer I told myself I'd set up a booth and start selling models, just online, like booth.pm, the website. And I never did. I had a whole summer to get that done, and I didn't get around to it. And I told myself that this summer I would start making animations with original characters. And summer's halfway done, and I'm nowhere closer than I was a month ago. And I still haven't forgotten about my final project, which has been on the back of my mind every day. Like, oh, if I finish this thing, and then this thing, I can go back and finish that, and then upload it for the world to see. But more things just keep showing up. I need to be a little better at managing what projects I have on the go. Still, I am proud of myself in a sense, because I feel that I've done a lot more this summer than I have in the last 2 summers. I had an extremely creatively productive summer in, I think, 2021 or 2022. I had a lot to show for it, for all the time I spent. And since then, I haven't been able to match that level of creative output, but I feel like I have this time round. Of course, you only know. You only know about what I tell you about here, but I've put out videos and songs elsewhere. I've done paintings, drawings. I've done small animations. I've done renders. I've done branding. I've done graphics, posters. I've done so many things. And I don't feel a creeping burnout, which is so nice. I do sort of feel lost in life, like I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just sort of holding out hope for something big to happen. But at the very least, I know that making things is what I should be doing, because it just feels right. What has happened over the last few days? I've only talked about today. Wednesday, what did I do on Wednesday? I might have played a lot of Minecraft and did cleaning, maybe? It was probably a lot of Minecraft. I have mined so much iron, and the one cave under my house seems to keep going on forever. I've yet to find a proper end to it, and the deep dark just keeps getting deeper and darker. And I keep finding more iron, more raw iron veins. And you get so much iron from them. The first time I found one, I spent an entire evening mining it, and I didn't reach the end of it. I had decided that at that point I would use all my iron to build something grand that requires iron. Then it came to me, my friends on the server wanted to build a nether rail system, and I thought to myself, no, that sucks. Why would anybody do that? And the answer to why anybody would do that is the reason why anybody would do anything that sucks when there's something nicer. And that's because it costs less. It's less distance. It's less iron because it's less distance. And it's less time because it's less distance. But that sucks and that's boring. So I decided I'd build overworld rail between my house and village and where everybody else is settled, and maybe a few stops at some villages along the way. I think I have 20% of it built, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really counted, but I did so much digging. So much digging. And that was my Wednesday. On Thursday, what did I do? Oh, I don't remember. Did I go out? No, I wrote a song on Thursday. I started writing a song. I decided that most of the songs I write are just me fiddling around with chords on the guitar. And that's it. That's the whole thing. And that's fine, I guess. Like, it's minimalist, right? Easy, personal, simple. But I thought that I'd write a song to a drum beat. So I made a drum beat that I felt happy with, and then just started playing chords until something felt right. And once I had some chords down, I found a strumming pattern that felt right. And then once I had that, I looped it until I found a tone of voice and words that felt right. And then suddenly I had a song. But I wasn't done yet. I wanted to do little guitar, like lead guitar bits. Because most of what I do is just rhythm, right? It's strumming chords in a pattern, right? But I figured out... Oh, I'm gonna have to mute that sound. That was really loud. Hold on. Okay. I quickly paused so I could change the volume of me banging my leg into the desk. But I figured out how to... I think the colloquial term for it is noodling. But how to noodle around on the guitar. I found some notes. I don't think you can... Actually, let me move the boom. I found some notes that seem to match either the voice or the rhythm chords. And I just sort of... started going in nonsense patterns. It's not very loud, is it? Wondering if I should go line in. I suppose anybody listening very intently will be able to pick it out through the noise, but it is very quiet. Right, just practicing little solo bits from different songs. Like I can think of like 3 that I know off the top of my head, but one of them I don't know all the way through. There's the solo in Tommy's Party, which goes like... What is it? Yeah. No, that's not it at all. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Okay, it's like... No, how does it start? I can't play that one very well at all. It's very beyond me because it goes into this like... like very fast scales, and I don't know any scales at all. So once it gets past that bit, it's just beyond me. However, the Arctic Monkeys have some very simple solos, like the Marty Bomb solo just goes like... how does it go actually? Hold on. Why do I feel like I'm in the wrong spot? No, that's not it. Where am I? Oh, I see. Okay, wait. No, it's not it. Come on. You get to listen to me, again, if it can be heard, you get to listen to me fail at these for the next however many minutes. Fuck. You get the point. And then the last one that I know is the, what is it called? In my underpants, gonna run with government. I'm gonna form a covers band, you know. Back there by the baby grand, and it Mr. Winter Wonderland. Call me up, kid. I need to search that one up. What is the... Let's see... Bear with me, man. I lost my train of thought. Is it on 1 point perspective? Right. Yeah. That one has the solo that goes like... Yeah. No, how does that go? When I look at like the waveform for the recording, the like spikes on the edges, the guitar bits don't show up on the waveform. Let's try that one more time. No, we fucked up. Still fucked up. That's fine. What? No, we messed up again. I went to the wrong fret. You get the point, though. Anyway, I felt quite proud of myself because from that, I was able to noodle around a bit while trying to record a lead guitar bit, and I came up with something that like worked for the song, and I'm going to put it out on the SoundCloud eventually, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because that's what I spent most of my Thursday doing while I was recording it. Like specifically the guitar bits, my friend called me on the phone asking if I wanted to hang out and go for a walk, so we did. And I did move the mic. I did something very stupid. I completely forgot that as the sun goes down, the mosquitoes come out. And I was wearing shorts and flip-flops. Bad idea. But trudged along, and the walk took us to a pond. Which was great because green, happy, yay, places to sit. Until I remembered that the places where mosquitoes nest is water. and there's water in the pond. So we had to get a move on, else we get eaten alive. Then the sun went pretty much fully down, and we continued walking past the pond, across the train tracks, down the road until we got to a good spot to make 2 right turns and get back to my house. However, I neglected to remember that the road we were to follow to get back to my house does not have a sidewalk. This is a strange thing in my town. There's roads, fresh roads, street lights, absolutely everywhere, but only sidewalks on half the roads. Like even in the dead centre of town, which has been, like some of the buildings there have been there for over 100 years. No sidewalks. It's infuriating when you're trying to get around. And in this case, we had to either walk on the road where there were cars that were quite keen to run us over, or walk through the field and construction site on the side of the road. And again, I'm wearing shorts and flip-flops. So needless to say, there are quite a few mosquito bites on my legs, and I swear some spiky plant poked me directly in my toes. Like I felt a needle enter one of my toes. It was awful. After that, we went to McDonald's because we were both tired and hungry. And thinking about that, which I wasn't going to talk about, it reminded me that my friend paid for the food. Usually with my friends, we operate on a one person pays and everybody else e-transfers their cost of what they ordered. Or if it's just 2 individuals, like me and my friend, we just say, I got you this time, you get me next time. But I forget what happened. It had gotten to a point where we were going out every week or so to like a new restaurant. I say restaurant, that makes it sound fancy, just little shops. And there came an imbalance where he owed me a lot more times than I owed him, so he's just been paying for my food seemingly every time the opportunity arises, and I don't know how much he owes me, and I don't care how much he owes me, but he keeps offering to pay. I think we need to sort it out, because at this point the balance is going to shift in the other direction. We're just going to have the same problem in reverse. It's a silly thing. Anyway, I am quite tired, and to I accidentally hit the table with my chair. I do have work tomorrow, so I think I'm going to end it on a song. But what song will it be? I have a I have a nephew, my oldest brother, who's quite a lot older than me, has a kid who is not yet a year old, and he cries a lot, but he really likes it when I play the guitar. Enough that when I stop playing the guitar he gets upset. So I've been playing the guitar for him to calm him down sometimes. I don't even remember what I've played him, but I think I've only played him things I've already played here. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, I should probably tune the thing. I don't think it's tuned. There's a song I want to try, but I don't know how it will turn out. Still sounds a bit off. Apologies if this gets a bit loud. It'd be really convenient to be able to tune by ear. Like, there's some people that can do that, and that's pretty amazing. But it's beyond me. I can't tell what the note is just from listening, so anyway. Oh goodness. The callus on my pinky is peeled right off and it hurts quite a bit. Anyway, this song I'm going to try to play is by one of my favourite favourite groups, duos, artists called The Midnight. Their music draws heavily on 80s nostalgia, like that's the aesthetic, and they've really stuck to it. And everything I watched growing up was 80s because my older siblings in their teenage years got hit with an 80s nostalgia craving, and everything that I watched was 80s television. Like, we had old VHS tapes of Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that when I was a baby, and very old Disney movies, and the shows I watched when I was very young were the 80s Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, the Transformers was a big one. So, yeah. I also think just the lyricism of Tyler, the main guy from The Midnight. I say main guy, but he's just the one who sings for the most part. I find his lyricism to be very beautiful a lot of the time. A song I will probably not be able to ever play on here because it's beyond me, technically speaking, is Brooklyn, again by The Midnight. If there's a song of theirs I want people to listen to, it's that one, Brooklyn. Anyway, this one is called Los Angeles. It's off their first EP. Oh, I'm too close to the table. My hand is like hitting the thing. Anyway. Fire on the beach, face to the sky, the stars dance around like gods in disguise. The cold silhouette, you take off your clothes, and my heart feels the weight of all I don't know. Memories and mountain tops, drunk on Sunset Boulevard, with the city of angels singing on. Maybe it's just a dream, and maybe we're still asleep, but I will miss you when I'm gone. One notes. Flickers on the canyon fire, its hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, Holy Mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Tomorrow seen golden gods in disguise. Memories and mountaintops drunk on Sunset Boulevard, with the city of angels singing on. Maybe this is just a dream, and maybe we're still asleep, but I will miss you when I'm gone. Flickers of a canyon fire, hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, Holy Mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Flickers of a canyon fire, hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, Holy Mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Flickers of the canyon fire, hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, Holy Mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight. My voice got a little bit hoarse at the end there. Apologies. Their music is very synth-wavy stuff. Again, 80s nostalgia, like screaming guitars with high reverb and like very electronic sounds and ambience, and very digital drums with the occasional Phil Collins sort of drum hits, like the dum 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 dum, that kind of thing. But a number of their songs actually come from a singer-songwriter origin, from the very interesting life of Tyler, who is again the one who sings their songs and writes the lyrics for them for the most part. Brooklyn is a song about a view he had out an apartment window once. He saw a couple and it made him think, or something, I don't know. They have a wiki. They have a wiki that I mulled over once. But either way, it and a few of the other songs that they've put out exist as solo works, not synthwave, but just guitar and standard like acoustic instruments from Tyler as a solo project. But Tim McEwen whose last name I can remember, and now I feel a bit bad for Tyler. He's the other member of the Midnight, and he's the one who brings in the synths and all these crazy sounds. From what I understand, they do work on it together. It's not like Tyler writes a song and then Tim makes it sound like 80s, but they both specialise in their areas and work together. And through that, their music is very, very interesting, because it's not like the music is written the way it is because it needs to be synthwave. The music is written for the sake of the music, not the sound. It's written with soul and purpose, and then what they do after to make it sound like the Midnight is what gives it its flavour, I guess. That's what makes it so special to me anyway. A lot of other bands in the genre stick to echoing exclusively the lyrical tropes and meanings, or tropes and themes of like popular 80s songs, and because of that they fall flat, or they overemphasize or oververbalize the nostalgia they're trying to impose on you. And through that, the impact is lost. Is that right? Lost? Yeah, the impact is lost, and the lyricism falls flat. There are a lot of artists that sort of dip into this genre, like the synthwave genre, but don't know they're doing it, which I find very funny. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things, but I do have my opinions. Anyway, I've gone off about the Midnight for far too long. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this one here. I hope you have a good sleep, a good night, a good day. I should really standardize what my outro is, because I seem to say a lot of nonsense, or maybe I shouldn't standardize it, and that in itself becomes the standard. We are 33 episodes in, I think, so why change it now? Anyway, good day, good night. I hope that the sound of my fingers sliding up and down the strings, sort of screeching, wasn't too awful and woke some of you from your slumber, because that would be terrible and would make me rethink what songs I'm allowed to play. Anyway, I myself am going to go to bed and hope that I feel rested enough in the morning to get to work. Yeah. I think I'll do another one of these on Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, good night. Bye-bye.